Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this here is 24 by 24 marble, but they call it quartz as well. And just give me a second here and I'll tell you how I lay it out. As you can see, they're still doing some work in there. And this is a wall mount toilet. I'm going to come back and I'm going to put a high gloss polish on that. So it's a sealer. And just to brighten it up a little bit more. Remember, these stones in this house, they're about 15 years old. And I cannot get any more of this. So it's not cut from the same quarry. Okay, if you see my videos, you know that I measure everything out and lay my 30 millimeter Ditra. And what I'm doing right now is just gluing everything down. This is all on PEX tubing and the floor is self-leveled. So you must always remember to put a sealer on that before you continue. So I'm just taking a measurement of my tile edge. Mind you, the stone is between 5/8 thickness to a 1/2 inch thickness. So I'm going with tile edge. That's 3/4 inch thickness. This is a 3/4 inch hardwood. And I'm just going to use that for a guide because I want to make sure that my marble is going to be flush. And what I'm going to do is take this 30 millimeter Ditra and just slice it. And I'm going to raise that up to that hardwood. When the time comes, I'll cement everything in there. Just make sure you're undercut your jams. And I always add on another inch. So it's 1/2 inch on each side, a little bit longer to fit underneath the jams. You see how that's flush? So some of these stones, they have little bit of scratches and stuff. That's why I'm going to use the high polish sealer to hide a lot of that. And sometimes I use an epoxy glue and I let it set a little bit and I use a razor blade to equal everything out. And I will show you that another time when the time comes, but I'll do everything at the end. Mind you, there's about 4,000 square feet of stone in this house, by the way. So I always like to start a full, when you open that door along that wall, and my cuts will be underneath the cabinet. You can do it any way you want. I prefer to do it this way because when you open up the door, you see a full tile run all the way from the wall to the back, to the front, to the door, to the back wall. And to me, it's a little more appealing this way, but you can make your own choice on that. So just grab your pencil. And just what I'm going to do is just flush it a little bit with the baseboard. There is going to be trim on that. What I mean by that is shoe molding. So I'm just going to mark right there. I'm just going to use my grab all because these are pretty heavy. And what I'm going to do is just go underneath that the baseboard, and I'm going to take a measurement. So it's 24 and a half, and I'm going to go over there and mark 24 and a half. I know the answer to this already. I inspect everything, so the wall and everything is all perfectly. Usually I do a dummy line, but not on this one. I'm just going to use my square and my chalk line. So grab your chalk line, and I'm just going to use that stone just to weigh down my chalk line there. And I'm going to go to the other end and hit that 24 and a half. Strike a line. Roll it up, your chalk line, and put that stone aside. Sorry, it's a little loud in there. And you see how I have it chalked from there to there? One end to the other. So just grab your tape measure. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to measure from that chalk line to the cabinet wall. You want to make sure that everything's square. So, like I said, I know the answer. Everything is square. Okay, so I believe it's 50 and a half inches. And it should be the same on the other end. But I'm just going to check right where that knee wall is just to make sure. And then go towards the toilet area and check again. Is that 51 and a half? I'm sorry, guys. It's 51 and a half. Or 51 and 3/4. So I'm using my grab all because these stones, they're about 30 to 35 pounds, and I need a little bit of help. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to need to notch this stone out so I can tuck it underneath that jamb. Usually my builders don't put the jambs on or the doors, but we had to figure out how many stones we're going to have left from this house. And we have enough of this to finish this off. And you can't hold people up, so like I said, everybody's got to work and keep continuing. I can survive doing it this way as well. Now, mind you, marble is very soft, so I use my wet saw and my grinder on this. So I'm just going to open up that door. And I just want to make sure. So what I'm doing there is making sure that it's divided. When you shut the door, you don't see the hardwood. And from the other side, when you shut the door. So what I do is I calculate that door in half. So now just grab your square. And you're going to notch that just a little bit to get in underneath that door jamb. So you're going to want to take your time with this, okay? I'm just going to show you. See that pencil mark? That's what I have to cut out. So we're just going to dry fit that and make sure, okay? And there you go. Just make sure you're on that line. Just like that. See how everything is in half with that door? So you don't see your hardwood when you're in there, and if you're on the opposite side, you don't see the your stone. One of the builders told me that that grab all sounds like a cow, by the way, and it gets pretty loud. So I'm using Mapei LFT. LFT means large format tile. You always use a white cement for stone, especially marble. Never use a gray, okay? What happens if you use gray, it'll bleed right through, and it's going to discolor the natural stone. That's why we always use white. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to muck up, and I'm going to set that 30 mil spacers. I'm just going to muck that up as well. Sometimes it's going to take like 2 or 3 or 4 to get up to that hardwood, because this self-leveler, because the stone is so thick, the contractor had them just give me a 1/4 inch lower than the outside floor, because I need to have a good bed of cement on this. And I'm just going to stick those there. And I'm just going to put that in the bed of cement and tuck it underneath the jambs, that tile edge. Okay, that's going to be my first tile I'm going to set in. I like to make my cement just a little more loose, because the marble is fragile, and when you put pressure on it, it can crack. So if my cement's a little bit more loose with the marble, I just go back and forth, and it'll help without it cracking. So I'm using, by the way, my notch trowel is 3/4 inch notch trowel, by the way. And what I do is I back butter with that 3/4 notch trowel the opposite way. Give it a really good bond, by the way. And I forgot to tell you, this cement here, it's meant for heavy stone. So it's a lot better than using just like a modified cement. You want to have something that's really meant for stone, that for heavy stone. So, and you can build up your floor just a little bit more, guys. See how heavy that stone is? I've already went to go see my chiropractor already, by the way. So let's hope I don't have to go back again. I try to stay away from chiropractors, but I needed to go that one time when I did the laundry room, the 33 by 33. See what I mean? I'm using my notch trowel on this as well. Now, the reason why my grab ball suction cup goes quite a bit is because marble is, it's different. If I use that on porcelain tile, you wouldn't hear that thing go all the time. Because there's holes in the marble. It's porous, right? So you notice how when I put the cement on, it kind of stops, my grab ball kind of stops making that noise. I mean, it does come on once in a while, but not a long period, at a longer period, by the way, but not without cement. It goes a lot more, it stays on. Okay, just make sure you go back and forth, stay on that line until you hit that metal and make it flush. So grab your level and make sure you're leveled on both sides, long ways and short ways. Let me just get my camera and show you what I'm talking about. See that bubble, how it's dead center? It's all good. So I'm going to keep continuing on that chalk line and make sure that you're level through and through. Throw your level on there constantly, across and long ways, okay? The reason why is if you have that first course straight, it's going to be a lot easier starting your second course. So everything, that floor will be a lot more level. So what I'm trying to say, it's my guide. See how the cement is squeezing out over there? You just keep working it in, back and forth, back and forth. Well, somebody's coming to say hi to me. Okay. That's my first course. So it's leveled through and through. And please like, share, and subscribe if you can. I'm trying to get another brand new hat. And remember, brand new hair too. I got to go to Turkey for that, all right? So go easy on me. See how everything's leveled? Once you get that first course leveled, it's smooth sailing, everyone. And then you just start and just work your way down. I hope this helps. I'm just glad that you're here. Sorry if I drive you crazy, but it's always my pleasure to do that. So it's a lot of fun. If we were in person, I'd drive you nuts, but I'm quite the hyper guy, by the way. As you can see, I never shut up. So there you go, everyone. So, okay. Thank you and love you all. Bye-bye.